Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a get ready with me playing with some new fun makeup. I also have some oldies but goodies. I have a special foundation combo that a subscriber told me to try. We are going to be using the BEIGE Water Fresh Tint. This is sort of like magic in a bottle, along with the Serum de Teint from BIOLOGIQUE Recherche. I also will be playing with SUQQU. This is the number 2 palette. As promised, I'm kind of working through the palettes that I picked up and giving you my thoughts and such. I also have a comparison palette to share with you on this. And I've got 2 of the PHYTO blushes, and then of course a fun lip and a mist that I'm excited to share with you. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, we need to put makeup on this face, and we're going to use some fun new makeup as well as a few oldies but goodies. So Suzanne McDonald, who is a subscriber, had told me that I have to use this magic combo. This is the Chanel, excuse my cap, this is the Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. This is an ultimate favorite of mine. It does something magical to the skin. It just plumps it up. It kind of blurs everything, and it is just fabulous, especially if you are someone with a little bit more mature skin, dry skin, wrinkles and stuff. This one just seems to kind of literally plump up your face. It makes a kind of angelic looking finish, and I just love it. She had told me to also use another one of my favorite. As you can see, you guys, let me see if you can see on the bottle. I use this all the time, usually off camera, but this is the BIOLOGIQUE Recherche Serum de Teint. This is in number 1, and she said, Abby, you have got to use the Water Fresh Tint 1 pump, and 1 pump of this, use your fingertips, and it's going to give you the most amazing finish on the skin. So Suzanne, we are doing that magic combo. I will admit, I've already used it. I love it. You were right. It is magical. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to take 1 pump, and I have this in medium light, and that is the shade here. It is very watery. And then we're going to take a pump of Serum de Teint, and as you can see, that's a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to mix these 2 together, and we'll put this little magical combo on the skin. Now this is going to just kind of look like skin. This is not going to give you tons of coverage. I kind of love it just for everyday kind of makeup, easy makeup. And I'm just going to kind of put this on with my fingertips like she described, because both of these kind of break down a little bit, and they are just what they're saying. They're a tint for the skin. So really comfortable. So really nice kind of natural looking combination. Okay guys, here is this little magic combo, and what I have found, I love this Water Fresh tint, and it is so versatile, but one of the things I love about it is that if you give it a few minutes, it really is going to kind of melt into the skin. It's going to plump it up, and I just find that it does some sort of magic. So give this a little minute to kind of we're going to give this a little minute to kind of sink in and do its magic, but it's such a pretty combination. And again, I love the Serum de Teint from BIOLOGIQUE Recherche. This is what I kind of wear when I consider off camera or not testing other kind of foundations. This is what I wear kind of on the day-to-day. So now I'm going to be wearing this little magic combo, and again, I love wearing this one on my own. So pretty, and as we're going to be coming into warmer weather and stuff, I don't tend to like to have any kind of detectable makeup on the skin, and this one is fantastic for that natural kind of look. Then we're going to move on to eyes, and I pulled out the SUQQU. This one's in number 2. And you guys, I just love these colors. I'm so excited to play with this. Now it is reminiscent. We've been talking a lot about the differences between SUQQU and SURRATT Beauty, and it is giving me some heavy vibes of one of my favorites. This is the Beyond Beige palette from SURRATT, and if you can see, I don't know if you can tell, this one is heavily used. I'm a huge fan of SURRATT shadows. They're just buttery and silky and kind of easy to use, especially since I just consider myself a makeup enthusiast, not a makeup artist, and they just seem to kind of blend so easily. I don't have to have a lot of technique to use them. Now, this one looks so beautiful. It's these kind of amber, it's these kind of neutral, warm amber tones. It just looks gorgeous. So I'm going to first give you a swatch. Okay, here is a swatch of number 2. And what I would tell you is that first shade here, that kind of light peach tone, is just melding right in. Then we've got a pretty kind of taupey shade here that I love. Really beautiful peach with a little bit of, not sparkle, but a little bit of shimmery in it. And then I love this one right here. So I did go ahead and swatch my Beyond Beige. And I'm just going to be honest with you, the swatching of SURRATT shadows does not always really indicate how awesome and amazing they are. As you can see, these ones are kind of blending right into my skin a bit. But what I will tell you is on the eyes, they kind of do that same thing. They have plenty of pigment, but because they're kind of like buttery and stuff, they're just really pretty and easy to use. So definitely in the same kind of range, but so these two palettes are definitely very similar in kind of the tones and such. So if you already own Beyond Beige, I do not think you need SUQQU, but I have had fun playing with these new SUQQU signature color eye palettes. So I'm pulling you in a little bit closer. We're going to go ahead and play with this beautiful 02, and I'm going to start with this pretty, and I'm going to start with this taupe shade here. We're going to kind of put that in the crease to start with. This is more of the matte tone or satin, and I'm going to start with that. I'm going to be using a little fluffy brush. This is from Rodial, actually. I am washing some of my other brushes here, and I'm just going to start to place a little bit of shadow on my eyes. Okay guys, this is that first taupe shade, just kind of creating a crease a little bit on the eyelid. Then I thought I would go in and go ahead and put this pretty color right here, kind of on the lid. So we're going to lighten that up just a bit. And I'm actually taking a CHANTECAILLE. This is like the sweep brush. It's really a good one for packing on a little bit of shadow that might have a bit more shimmer in it. It's got a pretty amber color here. Okay, really pretty kind of peachy amber color. Then I thought I would come over here, and I'm going to play with this a little bit on the outer V. I'll pull maybe just a little bit into that crease to intensify it, but kind of looks like a pretty color. I'm going to use the Sonia G Crease Pro here, just taking a little bit of this pretty color here. And now that's pretty, you guys. I'm going to kind of deepen up. Gonna blend everything, don't worry. Just taking the same brush, you guys, and I'm just gonna kind of do circular motions. We're gonna kind of blend this a little bit deeper into that crease. Taking a clean, fluffy brush, and I am going to soften all the edges here. I'm going to take a little angle brush here. I'm coming into this shade. I'm going to run a little bit of that color underneath my lash line here, just to connect everything together. Okay, we've got a nice warm wash of an amber eye. I'm going to come into this pretty tone here. I'm actually going to use one of the brushes that it came with, and this one's going to give a little bit of sparkle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that right, highlight the little inner area here, and I'm bringing a little bit of that towards the beginning part, sort of connecting where I put amber with a little bit of lightness here. I'm going to close my eyes, and this is what I've created so far with the SUQQU 02. Now I'm going to put eyeliner and mascara on. Okay, so with this look, I am going to keep with kind of that chestnutty amber kind of tones, and I'm going to end up using the Chanel. This is in BRUN AGAPE. This is one of my favorites. It's basically a chestnut brown, and I'm going to come up and run that in the waterline on the top and bottom. Now you could keep it just like that for more of a natural eye, clearly putting on mascara. But one of my favorite things to do with more of a warm tone palette is to bring in a little bit of slate. And I love to add a little bit of that for a little bit more pop of color. So clearly this is my absolute favorite. This is in Slate. It also seems to be sold out, like it's sold out on CHANTECAILLE.com, but I will be able to find it somewhere. So I'll put the link below, but you guys, this is so perfect. It is definitely a charcoal kind of slate gray, but it almost has like a teeny bit of blue in here that sort of opens up and pops your eyes a bit. So I like to just use that on the top of my eyes, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm actually going to smoke it out and do just a little bit of line of that slate, and I'll show you the nice contrast between the two colors. Got a little slate on the top. Clearly you could use a little bit of black eyeliner. I always tend to go more towards the slate. I find it to be just a little bit softer on my more mature eyes, but of course I want you to do you. And then I am going to go put on some mascara, clean up my eyebrows, then we're going to play with a new blush. So I'll be right back. Okay, we have eyeballs on. So basically that kind of warm toned smoky eye. I added a teeny bit of slate and a little bit of chestnut brown as eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the rest of the face, and I'm going to go ahead and first put on some bronzer. I have been using SERENA lately. This one, I have both shades of the Chantecaille bronzer. As many of you know, this is an ultimate favorite, and I've been pulling for SERENA lately. So I'm going to be taking my Armani, this is my Sculpt brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of bronzer on. I'm getting to go to the hairdresser tomorrow, so excited to get rid of my gray. But I had a tip from a subscriber who said to take my bronzer and just kind of really bring it into that hairline, and that'll kind of take a little bit of emphasis off of those grays that are kind of peeking through right at the edges. I love how I get gray right there at the temples here, but I'm going to try to kind of soften the edges with those just a bit. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of my Rose Corrector. This is from Chanel, and I always like to use this after I've done my eyes just to kind of clean up anything that might have dropped down from eyeshadow. I did not find a whole lot of fallout to be happening, but I just have been kind of using this just a little bit, you guys, just to brighten up underneath the eyes, just a little. Okay, as promised, I did pick up another one of the Sisley blushes. These are the PHYTO blush, and this one is in Peony. So it's such a pretty color. So the other one that I have is the Golden Rose, and I actually think they'd be really pretty together on the skin. The Golden Rose definitely has kind of a little highlighty kind of shimmer in it, whereas the Peony is more of just a pure kind of matte kind of blush. So I wanted to pick up that, and then maybe we will top it with the Golden Rose, kind of more as a highlighter. So I'm going to take this, and you guys, I am afraid I do think these blushes are fantastic. They just kind of mesh with the skin so well, and they stay on all day long. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that peony color on. And this is the peony shade. It's so pretty, you guys. Gives your complexion a little bit of pop, but it's not too over the top, and it is just going to kind of mesh again into the skin, and it stays on for hours. So that's what I would say. This is an expensive blush, but the longevity of these blushes, they do not get eaten up. It will stay pretty much the way that you have put this on. I'm going to take a little bit of this peony, and I'm going to put just a tiny bit in my crease just because I put on a pink blush and I want to kind of bring the eyes and the blush kind of just kind of tie this all together. I'm then going to go ahead and put Golden Rose. I'm going to put just a little bit more as a kind of more of a highlighter or a blush topper. Now, clearly you don't need to do that. I just kind of want to show you those together since I have them. Then for lips, I'm going to use Night Blossom. This is in the Rouge Allure Lip Lacks. And again, I've told you many times I love these, and they kind of just stain your lips, but they are not drying. And they have a little bit of gloss to them. And this is the shade Night Blossom. kind of tying in a little bit between the pink from the cheeks and the warmth from the eyes, and this is kind of a nice plum kind of tone. So really enjoy Night Blossom. That's number 77 in the Lip Lac. Then I'm going to finish off the face. I'm going to be using the Hydra Beauty Essence Mist to set everything and give myself a little extra glow. And it also kind of tamps down any little flyaways, so that's another bonus. But as you can see, it's just giving me a little bit of glow and hydration to the skin. But as you can see, it's giving me a little bit of a glow and a little burst of hydration to the skin. Okay guys, this is the final look of the day, playing with some new makeup as well as some new combinations of oldies but goodies. So to recap, I definitely love this little magic combo, so thank you, Suzanne. I love learning from you guys as well. As I've said, I love makeup enthusiast, so please always share your tips and tricks with me. I'm happy to use them on camera, and this was a total winner. So if you own these two products, definitely pull them out, give it a try. This is the BEIGE Water Fresh Tint. This is Magic in a Bottle, and then the Serum de Teint, and this is from BIOLOGIQUE Recherche, and this would be considered more of a skin care kind of foundation. So I just love this, and again, I wear this on days that I may not be filming and kind of like an everyday makeup look. So love this special magic combo. As far as the SUQQU 02, this really is a beautiful everyday kind of warm toned palette. What I would say is if you already own the SURRATT Beauty in Beyond Beige, you definitely can bypass the SUQQU or vice versa, but these are just these. But these both create a really pretty kind of everyday eye look, super pretty, and I have been enjoying the SUQQU Signature Eye Palettes. So I have one more to show you, actually number 1, so that will be coming up next. And then as far as these Sisley blushes, I did get on the train with these. I do have to say I think they are really pretty. I think they last on the skin. What I found is for a powder kind of blush, it's got a little bit of hydration to this. Doesn't look flat or powdery, and so I've really been enjoying them, and they have strong longevity, at least on my skin. And the way that this is looking on my skin right now, it's going to stay like that all day long. So that's what I would say to you, is I find that these blushes do not kind of get eaten away. Again, I'm someone who has dry skin, so I'd be curious to hear from someone who has more oily toned skin how these hold up for you. But I have been totally in love with these. This is Golden Rose, and then I have Peony. This is shade number 1. Both beautiful tones here. And then finishing with 2 little Chanel favorites. I love the Allure Lip Lacs. I think I might have 6 of them now. I just really love the formula of them. And again, I'm someone who doesn't always touch up lipstick throughout the day, so these work perfect for me, very long lasting, but a little bit more hydrating. And then you guys, I have to say, I do love this Hydra Beauty Essence Mist. This is something that I kind of avoided for a long time just because it is $90 for this can. But so far, you guys, I feel like I still have a lot left. I'll keep you posted on how long this can has lasted, but I just use a little bit, and it really does kind of refresh your makeup, refreshes your skin if you need to do that throughout the day or just to kind of finish off your makeup. So really enjoying this. Thank you, Allie Chase. She told me I was gonna love it, and I do. So that is it for today, you guys. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I look forward to catching up with another video soon.